The night settles gently over the land, slow and quiet, as if the world itself is learning how to breathe more softly. A deep blue sky stretches above an ancient forest, where tall trees stand still under a thin veil of mist. Moonlight drifts between the branches and rests upon the snow-covered ground, turning every small crystal of ice into a faint, silver glow. The air feels calm and heavy with silence, and in that silence there is a sense of rest, as though the earth has decided to pause for a while. Winter arrives not with noise or urgency, but with a quiet promise of stillness, inviting every living thing to slow down and listen to the softer rhythms of nature. In the cold of winter, the days grow shorter and the nights become long and spacious. Darkness lingers like a gentle blanket over the land, and light appears only for a few precious hours before fading again into the deep blue of evening. This change in light quietly shapes the way the human body feels and moves. As daylight becomes rare, the body begins to release more of the chemicals that guide rest and sleep, encouraging the mind to grow calm and the thoughts to drift more slowly. It is as if winter itself is whispering to the body that this season is meant for stillness, reflection, and quiet rest. The cold air outside mirrors the cooling of restless energy within, and slowly, the pace of life softens. The ground beneath the forest is firm with frost, holding the memory of warmth deep within its layers. Snow rests upon the earth like a soft, white blanket, protecting the soil below from the harshest cold. Beneath this frozen surface, countless tiny processes continue in silence. The earth does not sleep completely, even in winter. Instead, it slows its movements, conserving energy, waiting patiently for the warmth of spring to return. This quiet waiting is part of a delicate balance, a rhythm that repeats year after year. Winter teaches the planet how to rest without truly stopping, how to remain alive within stillness, and how to hold on to warmth even when surrounded by cold. The cold air moves gently through the forest, slipping between branches and drifting across frozen streams. When breathed in, this air feels sharp and clean, filling the lungs with a sense of freshness. The body responds to the cold by drawing warmth inward, protecting the heart and the mind. Blood flows more deeply within, keeping the most vital parts warm, while the skin feels the touch of winter's chill. This natural response is not a struggle, but a quiet adjustment, a reminder that the human body is deeply connected to the changing seasons. Each breath taken in winter feels slower and deeper, as if the body knows that calm breathing is the key to staying warm and at ease. Somewhere beyond the trees, a frozen lake rests beneath the moonlight, its surface smooth and still like a sheet of glass. Beneath the ice, water remains in motion, flowing slowly, silently. Fish drift in the cold depths, moving less, conserving their energy, allowing their bodies to adapt to the lowering temperatures. Life continues even under ice, softened by stillness and patience. This hidden movement beneath frozen surfaces reflects a quiet truth of winter, that even when everything appears motionless, life carries on in subtle, gentle ways. The world does not stop in winter, it simply learns to move more slowly. Deep within the forest, small animals rest within hidden shelters, protected from the cold wind. Some creatures curl into warm nests, while others enter long, peaceful periods of deep rest, allowing their bodies to slow almost to stillness. Their breathing becomes faint, their movements rare, as they conserve energy through the long winter months. This deep rest is not weakness, but wisdom, a natural rhythm of survival shaped by time and instinct. In these quiet shelters, winter becomes a season of safety and calm, where life waits patiently for the return of warmth and abundance. Above the forest, the night sky holds a soft glow, scattered with distant stars. In the far north, curtains of colored light sometimes drift across the heavens, silent waves of green and purple that seem to dance with the cold air. These lights are born from invisible forces, from gentle storms of energy that travel through space and touch the Earth's magnetic field. Even the sky, in winter, carries stories of movement and connection, quiet interactions between the sun and the planet that unfold in silence. The universe, vast and distant, speaks softly during winter nights, reminding the Earth of its place within a much larger rhythm. As the hours pass, the forest grows even quieter. The wind slows, the trees stand still, and the snow reflects the moonlight with a gentle glow. In this peaceful stillness, the mind finds room to rest. Thoughts become lighter, drifting like mist between the branches. The cold outside encourages warmth within, drawing attention inward, guiding the body toward comfort and calm. Winter does not rush. It invites everything to move at a slower pace, to breathe more deeply, and to find peace in the quiet spaces between moments. This is the beginning of a long, gentle journey into the science of winter, where every frozen lake, every falling snowflake, and every quiet night carries a story of balance, rest, and quiet motion. As the world outside grows colder and darker, an inner warmth begins to glow, steady and calm, guiding the mind toward rest. In this season of soft silence, winter reveals its true nature, not as a harsh force, but as a quiet teacher, showing the world how to slow down, breathe deeply, and drift gently into stillness. The early winter morning arrives quietly, almost unnoticed, as pale light spreads across a landscape resting under a soft layer of frost. The world seems to wake slowly, as if it has no reason to hurry. Trees stand tall and still, their branches holding tiny crystals of ice that shimmer faintly when the light touches them. The air feels heavy with calm, and every sound is softened by the cold. Even distant footsteps seem to fade quickly into silence, absorbed by the snow. In this gentle stillness, winter reveals one of its quiet secrets, that cold does not only slow the land, but also softens the way sound travels, wrapping the world in a deeper sense of peace. As temperatures drop, the air becomes denser and moves differently through open spaces. Sound waves, which are carried by vibrating air, travel in gentler patterns through the cold, often becoming softer and less sharp to the ear. This is why winter mornings can feel unusually quiet, even in places that are normally full of life and movement. The snow itself absorbs sound, catching echoes before they can travel far, creating a natural blanket of silence across fields and forests. This quiet is not emptiness, but a soothing presence, one that invites the mind to settle into stillness. The calm of winter soundscapes becomes a subtle lullaby for the senses, guiding thoughts toward rest. Beneath the snow, the earth holds onto a steady temperature, warmer than the frozen air above. Soil acts as a slow-moving shield, protecting roots and small organisms from extreme cold. Plants appear lifeless on the surface, their leaves fallen and their branches bare, yet deep underground, life remains protected. Nutrients rest within the soil, waiting patiently for the warmth of spring. This hidden activity is part of winter's quiet design, a season not of death, but of careful preservation. The land itself seems to breathe slowly, conserving its strength for the seasons to come. The cold also shapes the way water behaves in winter. Streams and lakes slow their movements as temperatures fall, and when ice forms on the surface, the water beneath remains in gentle motion. Ice floats, creating a protective layer that insulates the liquid below, preventing it from freezing completely. Beneath this frozen skin, fish drift calmly in the dark water, moving less, their bodies adjusting to the cold by slowing their inner rhythms. This peaceful suspension of motion allows life to continue quietly through the coldest months, a reminder that winter does not end life, but carefully shelters it. As daylight fades early in winter, the body responds to the long nights by adjusting its inner clock. The human brain becomes more sensitive to darkness, releasing hormones that encourage rest and calm. The eyes take in softer light, and the mind becomes less alert, more open to rest and reflection. This natural response once guided ancient rhythms of sleep, when people rested longer in winter and allowed their bodies to recover from the demands of warmer seasons. Even today, the shortening of days gently invites the body to slow down, to find comfort in warmth and stillness, and to allow sleep to come more easily. The cold air outside encourages warmth within. Blood flows closer to the heart, and the body holds onto heat with quiet efficiency. When wrapped in blankets or warm clothing, the contrast between cold and warmth becomes soothing rather than harsh. This contrast sends calming signals to the nervous system, reminding it that safety and comfort are close at hand. The simple act of feeling warm while knowing the world outside is cold creates a deep sense of shelter, a feeling that the body can finally relax and let go of tension. Winter becomes a season of gentle protection, where comfort is found in small, simple warmth. In the stillness of winter evenings, the sky often appears clearer, as cold air holds less moisture and fewer particles. Stars shine with sharper clarity, and the moon seems brighter against the dark canvas of night. The cold steadies the atmosphere, reducing the soft blurring that warmer air can create. This clarity allows distant lights to appear more vivid, turning the night sky into a quiet display of distant worlds. Gazing upward in winter can feel like drifting into a slow, peaceful dream, where the vastness of the universe feels calm rather than overwhelming. Inside warm rooms, the quiet of winter deepens. The outside world becomes distant, muffled by cold and snow, while inside, soft light glows and shadows move gently across walls. The body responds to this sheltered environment by relaxing its muscles and slowing its breathing. The mind, free from the constant stimulation of long, bright days, begins to wander more slowly, drifting between gentle thoughts and soft awareness. Winter evenings seem to stretch time itself, allowing moments to linger longer, inviting rest to arrive without hurry. As night deepens, the forest rests under a blanket of frost, and the cold air holds the world in stillness. The quiet is complete, not empty, but full of soft presence. In this silence, the rhythms of winter become clearer, slow breathing, gentle movements, quiet survival. The science of winter is written in these subtle patterns, in the way air softens sound, in the way ice protects water, in the way darkness guides the body toward rest. Winter becomes a season of careful balance, where life continues quietly beneath the surface of stillness. This journey into winter's gentle science continues, carrying the mind deeper into calm and the body closer to rest. Each quiet moment, each soft breath of cold air, draws the world into a slower rhythm. In the heart of winter's silence, there is a steady comfort, a peaceful reminder that rest is not absence of life, but one of its most natural and healing forms. The afternoon light fades gently behind distant hills, leaving the winter sky washed in soft shades of pale blue and silver. Clouds drift slowly, their edges glowing faintly as the sun lowers itself behind the horizon. The cold grows deeper with each passing moment, but the world does not resist. It simply settles into the quiet that winter brings so naturally. The land seems to exhale, releasing the last warmth of the day, and in that exhale there is a sense of surrender, a peaceful acceptance of the coming night. As temperatures fall, the way heat moves through the world changes in subtle, almost invisible ways. Warmth escapes more quickly from open surfaces, carried away by cold air that moves gently across skin, stone, and water. This quiet exchange of heat is constant, shaping the feel of winter nights. The human body senses this change instantly, drawing warmth inward, tightening small blood vessels near the skin to protect deeper organs. This gentle tightening is not tension, but a quiet response, an ancient memory carried within the body, reminding it how to stay safe in the cold. The cold air itself feels different against the skin, lighter and sharper, as if it carries more space within it. When breathed in slowly, it cools the airways, sending a calm signal through the nervous system. This coolness encourages deeper breaths, longer pauses between each rise and fall of the chest. Over time, these slower breaths bring a sense of relaxation, guiding the body toward a calmer state. Winter air, in its quiet way, teaches the rhythm of slower breathing, inviting the body to let go of hurried patterns learned in warmer, busier seasons. Across open fields, frost forms delicate patterns on the ground, thin lines of ice tracing the shapes of leaves and grass. These patterns appear overnight, born from tiny changes in temperature and moisture. Water in the air settles gently onto cold surfaces, freezing into fine crystals that catch the light of early morning. Each pattern is unique, shaped by invisible currents of air and subtle differences in temperature. The land becomes a canvas painted by the quiet science of winter, where even the smallest shift in warmth leaves a visible trace of its passing. In the distance, a river moves slowly through the frozen landscape, its edges lined with ice while its center continues to flow in dark, quiet motion. The moving water carries warmth from deeper places, preventing complete freezing. This balance between motion and stillness is one of winter's quiet designs, allowing life to continue even when the surface world seems locked in cold. Beneath the icy edges, water creatures drift in slow rhythms, their bodies adapted to conserve energy, their movements measured and gentle. Life becomes softer in winter, shaped by patience and careful use of strength. As evening deepens, the sky darkens to a deep, velvety blue, and the first stars appear. The cold air sharpens the clarity of distant light, allowing the stars to shine more brightly, their faint glow steady against the stillness of night. The vastness of the sky feels closer in winter, as if the distance between the Earth and the stars has gently narrowed. Looking upward in the cold, wrapped in warm layers, creates a quiet sense of connection to the slow movements of the universe, where time stretches far beyond the pace of daily life. The human mind, influenced by the quiet of winter evenings, often drifts more easily into reflection. Without the constant brightness of long days, thoughts become softer, less demanding. The brain responds to extended darkness by easing its alertness, allowing calm to settle more naturally. This gentle shift in awareness is part of the body's seasonal rhythm, guiding attention inward, toward rest and restoration. Winter becomes a time when the mind learns to wander more slowly, tracing gentle paths through memory and imagination without urgency. Indoors, warm light glows softly against windows frosted with delicate ice patterns. The contrast between the cold outside and the warmth within deepens the sense of shelter. Muscles loosen as the body recognizes safety, and the steady rhythm of breathing grows slower, more even. The nervous system, soothed by this quiet environment, releases its hold on tension. The simple act of resting in warmth while the world outside rests in cold becomes deeply calming, a quiet conversation between comfort and stillness. As night settles fully, the land seems to sink into a deeper silence. The wind pauses, the trees stand motionless, and the cold air holds the world in a gentle, frozen breath. In this moment, winter feels less like a season of absence and more like a season of listening. The science of winter lives in these quiet exchanges, in the movement of heat, in the slowing of breath, in the delicate balance between motion and rest. Everything moves more slowly, and in that slowness, there is a soft invitation to let go, to drift into stillness, and to rest within the calm of the cold night. The forest at twilight is a place of quiet wonder, as snow settles lightly upon every branch, every leaf, every hidden curve of the earth. The world feels softer under this gentle layer of white, muffling sound and slowing time. Even the wind seems reluctant to move too quickly, slipping through the trees with delicate care. Each breath of cold air carries a subtle clarity, filling the lungs with a crisp freshness that nudges the mind toward calmness. In winter, the forest seems to teach a silent lesson. Stillness is not empty, it is full of life, hidden yet steady beneath the surface. Snowflakes drift slowly from the sky, each one unique in shape, spun into existence by invisible patterns of temperature and humidity. They land on the earth in quiet showers, forming thin carpets that soften every edge of the landscape. As they accumulate, the world becomes smoother, gentler, as if winter itself has pressed the pause button on motion. The human mind, observing this subtle transformation, often mirrors it, slowing the pace of thought, tracing each detail with quiet fascination. Even the smallest snowflake can inspire a deep sense of wonder, its delicate form reflecting a complexity that only nature can design. Beneath the snow, the ground is a realm of hidden warmth. Soil and roots remain insulated, holding on to life that would otherwise be at risk in the harsh cold. Tiny creatures, from insects to small mammals, continue their existence in hidden burrows or under layers of frost. Energy is conserved carefully, movements are minimized, and life becomes a slow rhythm of survival. This hidden activity is one of winter's most subtle sciences, a careful balance of stillness and motion, preservation and patience. While the world above is still, below it quietly pulses with the persistence of life. The air itself behaves differently in winter. Cold air is denser than warm air, moving more slowly and carrying sound differently. Conversation seems softer, footsteps are muted, and distant noises fade as though absorbed by invisible layers of frost. This muffled soundscape is one of the season's quiet gifts, offering a natural calm that encourages the body and mind to relax. Even in human settlements, the hush of winter can feel profound, as if the world has collectively drawn a long, peaceful breath. The gentle silence of cold air is a reminder that rest can be found in the spaces between action, in the pauses that winter naturally provides. Lakes and rivers reflect the changing light in ways unique to winter. Ice forms on the surface in intricate patterns, thin layers catching the glow of twilight or the faint silver of moonlight. Beneath the ice, water continues its slow journey, carrying nutrients, warmth, and life. Fish drift lazily, energy conserved, movements measured and minimal. The balance between stillness above and motion below mirrors the rhythm of winter itself, a season where the world slows but does not stop, where patience and preservation govern the hidden flows of existence. Observing this duality encourages the mind to slow, to appreciate the quiet persistence that winter teaches. Animals adapt in their own quiet ways. Some retreat into dens, entering long periods of rest that nearly suspend their body's activity. Hibernation is a slow dance with time, where the body conserves energy and temperature drops gently, almost imperceptibly. Others maintain steady routines, foraging cautiously and resting often, moving only when necessary. In every behavior, there is a subtle understanding of winter's demands. Survival is achieved not through haste, but through careful moderation, through listening to the rhythms of the cold world. Humans, too, can learn from these patterns, embracing the slower pace and deeper rest that winter invites. The early night sky appears brighter in winter, the cold air holding fewer particles, offering clarity that warms the soul even as it chills the skin. Stars twinkle sharply, their light traveling through the dense, still atmosphere with astonishing purity. The moon casts long shadows over the snow, creating a subtle contrast of light and dark. Each movement of shadows across frozen landscapes draws attention to small details, encouraging a meditative observation of nature's quiet choreography. In these moments, winter feels almost alive, a sentient presence guiding the world toward balance and calm. Inside, warmth becomes an artful companion. Firelight flickers softly, blankets absorb the chill, and small comforts, a warm cup of tea, a favorite book, become anchors for the senses. The contrast between interior warmth and exterior cold deepens awareness, encouraging the body to slow, muscles to release tension, and breathing to find a natural rhythm. Each exhale carries away lingering stress, while each inhale fills the lungs with a subtle sense of calm. The human body, guided by these seasonal cues, finds comfort in simplicity, resting more fully in winter's embrace. Snow-covered branches sway lightly as the wind drifts past, creating whispers that seem almost musical. The patterns of frost on windows or ice on ponds appear like slow-moving artworks, delicate and fleeting. The natural world in winter moves at its own pace, allowing observation without urgency. There is no rush, each moment can be savored, each detail appreciated. This deliberate tempo, dictated by cold and quiet, teaches patience and observation, reminding the mind that the beauty of winter is revealed slowly, over time, with attention and gentle curiosity. Night deepens, and the forest becomes a cocoon of soft silence. The air grows colder, more precise, and the world seems paused in a quiet balance between movement and rest. Winter is not harsh here, but measured, a season of careful preservation and subtle life. In this quiet balance, the mind begins to wander freely, drifting across thoughts like snowflakes across a frozen field. Every detail of the season, the shimmer of ice, the hush of wind, the slow pulse of life beneath the surface, encourages rest and reflection. Winter teaches that stillness is not absence, but presence, a gentle, enduring, and deeply comforting presence. The first snow of winter always arrives like a quiet invitation. Flakes drift lazily from the gray sky, twirling slowly, almost as if reluctant to touch the earth. Each one is delicate, intricate, and entirely unique, melting into the world with barely a sound. As they settle, the landscape transforms, softening sharp edges, muffling distant sounds and turning familiar shapes into gentle curves and slopes. Even the tiniest details, the branch of a tree, the ripple of a frozen stream, become more pronounced under the snow's gentle touch. In winter, the world feels slower, kinder, and profoundly calm. Cold air fills the lungs with a crisp clarity, leaving behind a subtle tingle that spreads warmth throughout the chest. Breathing becomes rhythmic, a slow, conscious wave that flows in harmony with the quiet of the season. Every inhale feels fresh and pure, every exhale releases tension. The human body, sensing the winter's stillness, adjusts instinctively, heart beats slow, muscles relax, and the mind drifts toward gentle reflection. This natural response is part of winter's subtle influence, a quiet nudge toward rest and mindful awareness. Even the shortest walk in snow-laden fields can feel meditative, as the cold air and silent surroundings guide the body toward calm. Beneath the snow, the earth is alive in hidden ways. Roots extend through insulated soil, slowly taking in nutrients and moisture. Tiny creatures burrow beneath frost, moving with careful precision, conserving every ounce of energy. Life continues quietly under winter's frozen blanket, invisible yet persistent. This hidden activity mirrors the larger rhythm of the season. Everything slows down, but nothing truly stops. It is a season of subtle survival, of hidden warmth and quiet persistence. Observing this hidden life encourages a similar patience within, a slow attention to detail, and a deep appreciation for the silent processes that surround us. Frozen lakes and rivers reflect the winter light with a surreal clarity. Ice forms intricate patterns on the surface, sometimes transparent, sometimes frosted with delicate crystals. Beneath, water continues its steady movement, carrying life in its cold depths. Fish glide lazily, conserving energy, their movements measured and quiet. Even in apparent stillness, the world is moving in subtle, deliberate ways. The interplay between motion and stillness, visible and hidden, teaches the mind to appreciate balance, patience, and the quiet elegance of winter. Watching such landscapes inspires a meditative calm, encouraging thoughts to drift slowly and freely. Animals respond to winter's call in equally subtle ways. Some enter deep hibernation, their bodies slowing almost to the point of stillness. Their breathing softens, hearts beat more slowly, and energy is conserved for months of stillness. Others remain active but careful, moving only when necessary, seeking hidden sources of warmth and sustenance. These adaptive behaviors illustrate winter's quiet influence on life. Energy is precious, motion is intentional, and survival depends on harmony with the environment. Humans, too, can absorb this lesson, embracing a slower pace, conserving their energy, and finding comfort in gentle routines. Evening light falls gently over frost-covered hills, casting a soft silver glow that seems to extend the day's quiet. Shadows stretch slowly, merging with the fading light, as if the landscape itself is preparing for sleep. The clarity of winter air allows distant details to stand out more sharply, yet the overall effect is gentle, not harsh. Every branch, every ripple in a frozen stream, every drifting snowflake appears in slow motion, inviting careful observation. This delicate interplay of light and shadow is one of winter's quiet sciences, a soft choreography that unfolds gradually, almost imperceptibly, yet with profound effect on the senses. Indoors, warmth is a quiet luxury. Firelight flickers across walls and furniture, creating patterns of gentle movement that soothe the mind. Blankets absorb the chill, cups of warm liquids release gentle steam, and the contrast between interior comfort and exterior cold enhances the body's awareness of safety and calm. Muscles that may have held tension all day relax naturally, and breathing slows further, guided by the cozy environment. The body responds instinctively to this sense of shelter, releasing stored stress, and allowing the mind to drift toward rest. Winter teaches that comfort is found in simplicity, in the warmth of light and air, in the quiet rhythm of small, mindful pleasures. The night sky deepens into velvet darkness, revealing stars in stark, brilliant clarity. The cold air reduces atmospheric distortion, making distant points of light appear sharper, more vivid. The moon casts its gentle glow across the snow, stretching shadows into long, slow patterns that seem to move in rhythm with the wind. Each star, each flicker, each reflection on ice or snow adds to a subtle symphony of visual stillness. Winter's clarity encourages contemplation, allowing the mind to drift toward quiet awareness, absorbing the beauty of a slow-moving world and the infinite scale of space above. As hours pass, the forest becomes cocooned in stillness. Snow settles silently, the wind subsides, and the land seems suspended between breaths. Every movement, whether from animals beneath the snow or the faint sway of a tree branch, feels measured, intentional, and slow. Winter's rhythm encourages humans to mirror this cadence, to pause, to observe, to slow both thought and action. There is profound comfort in following this natural tempo, a gentle reminder that rest is not absence, but an essential, natural part of life. In winter, the world whispers a lullaby of balance, patience, and calm persistence. Deep in this quiet, a gentle sense of wonder grows. Tiny details, often overlooked in the busyness of other seasons, become visible and remarkable. Snowflakes, ice crystals, frost patterns, and the careful movement of creatures all illustrate the subtle intelligence of winter. Observing these details invites the mind to linger, to move slowly, and to rest within observation itself. The season becomes a meditation, a quiet study of how life persists through stillness, how energy is conserved, and how every movement has meaning. Winter is not merely cold or dark, it is a slow, tender teacher guiding humans toward rest, reflection, and gentle appreciation for the world's subtle rhythms. The quiet of winter deepens as the night stretches long and unbroken across the land. The sky holds a soft, endless darkness, and the stars seem to linger in place, unhurried, as if time itself has slowed. Cold air rests gently over fields and forests, carrying a stillness that settles into the body. Even the smallest movements feel deliberate in this season, each step softened by snow, each breath drifting outward in faint clouds of warmth. The world becomes a slow, steady rhythm, inviting everything within it to move more gently. In winter, the temperature of the air changes the way moisture behaves, turning invisible vapor into visible mist. Breath becomes a soft cloud, briefly appearing before fading into the night. This simple, quiet phenomenon is a reminder of the warmth held within the body, a gentle contrast to the cold surrounding it. The warmth of breath rising into the cold air becomes a small, calming visual, marking each moment with presence. Watching these small clouds appear and disappear encourages slower breathing, longer pauses, and a gentle awareness of the body's natural rhythm. The cold also shapes the way the ground responds to pressure and movement. Snow compresses softly underfoot, absorbing the sound of footsteps and creating a muted connection between the body and the earth. The gentle resistance of snow slows movement, guiding the body into a more careful, mindful pace. Each step becomes an intentional act, and this quiet awareness naturally calms the nervous system. The simple act of walking in winter becomes meditative, the body guided by the softness of the terrain and the hush of the surroundings. Far beneath the frozen surface of rivers and lakes, water continues to move in slow, steady currents. The density of cold water changes the way layers form, allowing slightly warmer water to remain below the ice. This hidden warmth supports life throughout the winter months, sheltering fish and other aquatic life in a gentle, dark stillness. These creatures drift slowly, conserving energy, their bodies adapted to the quiet demands of the cold. The layered structure of winter water reveals a quiet design of nature, where even in the harshest conditions, balance is carefully maintained. The human body mirrors this layered protection. As the cold surrounds the skin, warmth is held deeper within, protecting vital organs. The heart beats steadily, the breath grows slower, and the body settles into a quiet conservation of energy. This natural response brings with it a subtle calm, as if the body understands that winter is a time for preservation rather than urgency. Muscles relax into warmth, and the mind, sensing the slower pace, releases its hold on hurried thoughts. Winter gently teaches the body how to rest without completely stopping, how to remain alert yet peaceful. The long nights of winter influence the rhythms of sleep in subtle ways. Darkness signals the brain to release hormones that prepare the body for rest, encouraging earlier sleep and deeper relaxation. In the quiet of winter evenings, the absence of bright light allows the senses to soften, reducing stimulation and guiding attention inward. Thoughts drift more slowly, and the boundary between wakefulness and sleep becomes gentle and blurred. This seasonal shift toward rest once guided ancient human rhythms, aligning daily life with the quiet cycles of nature. Even now, the body responds instinctively to the extended darkness, finding comfort in the invitation to rest longer. Outside, frost forms delicate patterns across windows, leaves, and stone, tracing the invisible paths of cold air and moisture. These fleeting designs appear overnight, shaped by tiny changes in temperature that leave their mark on the world. The patterns seem almost intentional, like slow, careful artwork crafted by the quiet hand of winter. Observing these fragile forms encourages stillness, inviting the eyes to linger and the mind to wander gently. The beauty of frost lies not in permanence, but in its quiet, temporary presence, reminding the observer that winter's creations are meant to be noticed softly and released. The sky above remains clear and still, the cold air sharpening the glow of distant stars. Light travels through the dense atmosphere with a gentle clarity, making the night feel closer, more intimate. The moon casts long, silver paths across snow-covered fields, guiding the eye through the darkness. In these moments, the vastness of the sky feels calm rather than overwhelming, as if the universe itself is resting. The stillness of winter nights invites quiet contemplation, allowing thoughts to drift outward into the open space of the sky and then return gently inward. Indoors, the contrast between cold and warmth deepens the sense of comfort. The soft hum of a heater, the faint crackle of firelight, the warmth of a blanket around the shoulders all work together to soothe the senses. The body, feeling protected, releases tension stored in muscles and joints. Breathing becomes slower and more even, the nervous system guided toward rest. The simplicity of winter comfort, warmth against cold, light against darkness, creates a natural environment for relaxation, a quiet space where the mind can drift without effort. As the night continues, the land remains wrapped in stillness, every surface holding the quiet touch of cold. The rhythms of winter move slowly, patiently, shaping the world in subtle ways. The science of winter lives in these quiet exchanges of heat and cold, light and darkness, motion and rest. In this gentle balance, the body and mind find a natural invitation to slow down, to breathe deeply, and to rest within the calm of the season. Winter becomes a long, quiet breath, held softly by the world, guiding everything towards stillness and gentle renewal. A pale glow lingers along the horizon as the last light of evening fades into the deep blue of winter night. The cold air feels calm and steady, carrying a quiet presence that seems to settle over everything it touches. Snow-covered fields stretch into the distance, smooth and unbroken, reflecting faint traces of moonlight. In this stillness, even time feels softened, as though each second drifts more slowly than it did before. Winter wraps the world in a gentle hush, inviting every living thing to move with care and rest within the quiet. The cold changes the way the body senses the world. Skin becomes more aware of temperature, noticing even the smallest shifts between warmth and chill. This heightened sensitivity draws attention inward, encouraging awareness of the body's needs. Hands instinctively seek warmth, shoulders relax under layers of clothing, and the body settles into a posture of gentle protection. These small adjustments are not hurried or tense. They are calm, instinctive responses shaped by countless winters before. In this way, winter gently guides the body into a state of quiet mindfulness, where every sensation is noticed without urgency. Across frozen landscapes, the air carries fewer scents than in warmer seasons. Cold temperatures slow the movement of scent particles, softening the presence of distant smells. The world feels cleaner, simpler, and more spacious, as if distractions have faded into the background. This subtle change in sensory input allows the mind to grow quieter, less pulled by the many invisible signals that fill warmer air. Winter's sensory simplicity creates a peaceful environment for rest, where the absence of strong scents and sounds becomes a soft relief to the senses. The quiet of winter extends to the movement of animals across the land. Tracks in the snow appear crisp and fleeting, marking the gentle passage of creatures moving carefully through the cold. Each step leaves a brief signature before being softened by falling snow or fading frost. The patterns of these tracks tell silent stories of survival and patience, of creatures moving only when necessary, conserving energy with every motion. Observing these delicate marks on the snow invites the mind to slow, to imagine the quiet lives unfolding beneath the surface of stillness. Water, in winter, becomes a mirror of the sky. Frozen ponds reflect pale moonlight, their surfaces smooth and luminous, while flowing streams shimmer faintly beneath thin sheets of ice. The movement of water slows as cold tightens its hold, yet it never fully stops. Even beneath ice, gentle currents continue their quiet journey. This steady persistence reflects winter's deeper lesson. Stillness does not mean absence of life, only a change in its expression. Life moves more slowly, more carefully, but it continues in quiet, patient rhythms. As the night grows deeper, the temperature drops gently, encouraging the body to conserve warmth. Muscles loosen into stillness, and breathing slows further, each breath becoming a soft cloud of warmth in the cold air. The nervous system, responding to the quiet environment, releases tension held throughout the day. Thoughts drift more freely, no longer driven by urgency or noise. Winter nights seem to stretch the space between thoughts, allowing moments of pure awareness to emerge, where the mind rests gently in the present. The sky above holds a calm, steady darkness, punctuated by distant stars that glow softly through the cold air. The clarity of winter nights brings these points of light into sharper focus, each star appearing steady and calm. Looking upward in the quiet cold can feel like gazing into a vast, slow-moving ocean of light, where time flows differently and worries feel smaller. The night sky in winter invites contemplation without pressure, offering a sense of gentle connection to the wider universe. Inside warm spaces, the contrast between cold and comfort becomes deeply soothing. The simple rituals of winter evenings, dim lights, warm drinks, soft blankets, create an environment that naturally calms the body. The rhythm of small movements, lifting a cup, turning a page, adjusting a blanket, becomes slow and intentional. These gentle actions, repeated quietly, guide the body toward rest, signaling safety and ease. Winter transforms ordinary moments into soft rituals of comfort, where stillness feels welcoming rather than empty. The forest remains silent under its layer of frost, branches holding the weight of snow with patient stillness. The world feels suspended between breaths, waiting quietly for the next gentle movement of wind or falling snow. In this deep stillness, the science of winter unfolds silently in the way cold shapes air, softens sound, and slows movement. The season becomes a quiet companion, guiding the mind toward rest through its steady presence. Winter teaches that silence can be full, that stillness can be alive, and that rest is not a pause in life, but a vital part of its rhythm. The late winter night carries a deep, gentle quiet, as if the world has settled into a long, peaceful breath. The sky stretches wide and calm above the frozen land, holding a soft darkness that feels steady rather than heavy. Snow rests in smooth layers across fields and rooftops, reflecting faint traces of starlight. The air is still, and in that stillness there is a sense of safety, a feeling that nothing needs to be rushed. Winter nights invite the body and mind to slow down together, moving in harmony with the quiet rhythm of the season. Cold air changes the way warmth leaves the body, guiding it inward with gentle precision. As the temperature drops, the skin cools, and the body responds by preserving heat near the core. This natural movement of warmth creates a subtle sense of inward focus, drawing attention away from the outside world and toward internal sensations. The rhythm of the heartbeat feels steady and reassuring, and the breath becomes slower, deeper, more intentional. This quiet conservation of energy is one of winter's subtle gifts, a natural guide toward rest and gentle awareness. The stillness of winter shapes the way light behaves. Moonlight spreads across snow in soft, silver tones, reflecting gently upward and illuminating the landscape with a quiet glow. This reflected light softens shadows, smoothing the contrast between darkness and brightness. The world appears calmer under this diffused glow, edges softened, movements slowed. Even the smallest details, the curve of a branch, the ripple of ice on a pond, seem to float within this gentle light. The calm visual environment created by winter's light invites the eyes to rest, easing the mind into quiet observation. Far from cities, the winter sky reveals its depth. Cold air carries fewer particles, allowing distant stars to shine with clear, steady light. The night feels open and expansive, as if space itself has drawn closer to the Earth. The quiet brilliance of stars against the dark canvas of the sky encourages a soft sense of wonder, not overwhelming, but soothing. The vastness above feels gentle in winter, offering a peaceful reminder of the slow rhythms that move far beyond the pace of daily life. Looking upward becomes a calming ritual, a way to let thoughts drift outward and return softened. Beneath the snow, the ground remains insulated, holding pockets of warmth that protect roots and small creatures. This quiet insulation allows life to persist in hidden layers, even when the surface world appears frozen. The soil holds moisture and nutrients in patient stillness, waiting for the slow return of warmth in spring. This hidden continuity of life reflects winter's deeper balance: preservation rather than production, rest rather than growth. The land itself seems to breathe slowly, conserving its strength, preparing quietly for renewal. The cold also shapes the way the body perceives time. Long nights stretch moments into extended stillness, allowing each second to linger. Without the urgency of bright daylight, the mind feels less pressed to move quickly from thought to thought. Time seems to open into a softer space, where moments can be experienced more fully. This gentle stretching of time is one of winter's most subtle effects, encouraging presence and quiet reflection. The slow rhythm of winter nights becomes a natural lullaby for the mind, guiding it toward rest without effort. In the forest, the soft crackle of distant ice or the gentle fall of snow creates occasional whispers in the silence. These small sounds, rare and delicate, stand out against the quiet background, reminding the listener that the world is still alive, still moving in tiny ways. The ear becomes more sensitive to subtle shifts, tuning into the faint language of winter. This heightened awareness of quiet sounds draws the mind into the present moment, where attention rests gently on each small detail. Winter teaches the senses to listen more closely, to find comfort in softness rather than stimulation. Indoors, warm light glows softly through windows, creating small islands of comfort within the cold night. Curtains move slightly with gentle currents of air, and the quiet hum of warmth fills the room. The body responds to this environment by relaxing its hold on tension, muscles softening, breath deepening. The contrast between the cold outside and the warmth inside creates a cocoon of safety, allowing the nervous system to rest. These quiet indoor moments become anchors of calm, spaces where the mind can drift without distraction. As the night continues, the land remains still beneath its blanket of snow. The rhythms of winter move slowly, guiding the world into a shared pause. The science of winter unfolds silently in the movement of heat, the behavior of light, and the subtle changes within the body. Each gentle shift carries the same quiet message: slow down, breathe deeply, and allow stillness to be a place of comfort. In the heart of winter's calm, rest becomes natural, and the world drifts together into a soft, shared quiet. The night air grows colder as the hours pass, and the world seems to sink deeper into its quiet rest. Snow rests gently on rooftops and branches, holding the soft glow of moonlight as if it were light itself. The landscape feels calm and patient, unhurried by the passing of time. In winter, darkness does not feel heavy or lonely, but wide and open, offering space for the mind to wander slowly and peacefully. The long night stretches forward like a gentle path, inviting the body to follow it toward rest. Cold temperatures change the way the body releases heat, guiding warmth inward with steady care. The skin cools, and tiny blood vessels near the surface narrow, allowing deeper warmth to be preserved. This natural response creates a sense of inward focus, as if attention is drawn gently toward the center of the body. Breathing grows slower and more deliberate, each inhale warming the cold air before it reaches the lungs, each exhale releasing soft clouds into the night. The body's quiet conversation with the cold becomes a calming rhythm, steady and reassuring. The stillness of winter changes the way the world sounds. Snow absorbs echoes, softening distant noise and wrapping the land in a muted hush. Even familiar places feel different under this gentle silence, as though the world has been given a softer voice. This quiet environment allows the mind to rest more easily, free from the constant pull of sound and movement. The absence of noise is not empty, but full of calm, creating a subtle sense of safety and peace. Winter's silence becomes a natural lullaby, guiding the senses toward rest. Across frozen fields, the wind moves slowly, tracing faint patterns across the snow's surface. These patterns shift gently with each small movement of air, appearing and fading without urgency. The slow movement of wind across snow is a quiet reminder of time's gentle flow, where change happens gradually, almost imperceptibly. Observing these delicate patterns encourages patience, inviting the mind to notice subtle shifts rather than dramatic change. Winter's pace teaches that calm movement can be just as meaningful as swift motion. In distant forests, animals move carefully through the cold night, leaving faint tracks that tell brief stories of survival. Each step is measured, conserving energy in the quiet of winter. The forest floor holds these tracks gently, preserving them until new snow falls, softening their edges. The presence of these fleeting marks adds a sense of quiet connection to the unseen lives moving beneath the stillness. Even in the deep calm of winter nights, life continues its slow, careful journey, guided by instinct and patience. The night sky remains clear and steady, stars glowing with a soft intensity against the dark canvas above. Cold air sharpens their light, making each distant point appear more defined. Looking up at this quiet display feels like drifting into a calm, endless space, where the vastness of the universe becomes a soothing presence rather than an overwhelming one. The steady light of stars invites the mind to release small worries, allowing thoughts to drift outward into the quiet of the sky and return gently softened. Inside, warmth gathers in small, comforting spaces. Soft light reflects off walls, and gentle shadows move slowly with the faintest motions of air. The body relaxes into these quiet surroundings, muscles releasing tension as the nervous system senses safety. The simple comfort of warmth, light, and stillness becomes deeply soothing, encouraging the mind to slow its restless patterns. Winter evenings, wrapped in quiet comfort, feel like long pauses in time, spaces where nothing is required but gentle presence. The cold air outside encourages the body to hold warmth within, while the quiet environment invites the mind to let go of urgency. This balance between protection and release creates a natural state of rest. The rhythm of winter nights, long and calm, allows the body to settle into deeper stillness. Thoughts drift more slowly, attention softens, and the boundary between waking and rest becomes gentle and fluid. The season itself seems to guide the body towards sleep, offering a slow, steady path into calm. As the night continues its silent passage, the world remains wrapped in winter's soft hush. The science of the season unfolds quietly in the way sound is absorbed, in the way heat is conserved, in the way darkness shapes the rhythm of rest. Each subtle shift carries the same message of gentleness and patience. Winter becomes a quiet companion, walking beside the mind as it drifts towards stillness, guiding each breath into a deeper sense of calm and rest. The deep of winter night feels like a long, gentle pause, as though the world has placed itself in a cradle of stillness. The sky holds a quiet darkness, smooth and unbroken, while the land below rests under a soft cover of snow. The cold air carries a subtle clarity, and every breath feels calm and deliberate. In this peaceful atmosphere, the mind naturally loosens its grip on the day's concerns, allowing thoughts to drift slowly, like clouds moving across a distant sky. The body responds to winter's cold with quiet wisdom. As the air cools the skin, warmth is drawn inward, protecting the heart and lungs. This inward movement of heat creates a sense of centeredness, a gentle awareness of the body's core. Breathing becomes slower and deeper, each inhale warming the cold air before it reaches the lungs, each exhale releasing tension into the night. The simple rhythm of breath becomes a steady anchor, guiding the body toward calm as the world outside grows still. The long nights of winter shape the natural rhythm of rest. Darkness encourages the brain to soften alertness, releasing the subtle signals that prepare the body for sleep. The eyes grow less sensitive to light, the mind less drawn to stimulation. In this gentle dimness, the boundary between wakefulness and rest becomes smooth and quiet. Thoughts lose their sharp edges, drifting more freely, allowing the body to ease into a deeper sense of relaxation. Winter's extended nights create a natural space for rest, a slow unfolding of calm that arrives without effort. Across frozen landscapes, the air carries a delicate stillness. Sound moves more softly through cold air, and snow absorbs echoes, creating a world wrapped in quiet. Even distant movement seems hushed, as though the land itself is listening. This softness of sound invites the senses to relax, reducing the constant stimulation that fills warmer seasons. The quiet of winter is not empty, but full of presence, a gentle silence that encourages the mind to rest within its spacious calm. The moon's light spreads across the snow in pale, silvery tones, reflecting gently upward and softening the contrast between light and shadow. This diffused glow creates a visual calm, where edges blur and the world appears smoother, more gentle. The eyes linger on this soft light without strain, and the mind follows, settling into a slow, observant state. The winter landscape under moonlight feels almost dreamlike, as though reality itself has softened into a quiet, reflective state. Far below the frozen surface of lakes and rivers, water continues its slow movement, insulated by layers of ice. The cold changes the density of water, allowing warmer layers to rest beneath the frozen surface, preserving life in the depths. Fish drift in these quiet layers, conserving energy, their movements gentle and rare. This hidden motion beneath stillness mirrors the deeper rhythm of winter, where life continues in subtle ways even when the surface world appears at rest. The cold air holds fewer scents, allowing the world to feel lighter and less crowded with sensation. The senses become calmer, less burdened by competing signals. This sensory simplicity creates space for awareness to rest gently, without effort. The mind finds relief in the quiet environment, where fewer distractions allow attention to soften and spread. Winter's subtle reduction of sensory input becomes a quiet gift, offering the nervous system a chance to release its constant vigilance. Inside, warmth and low light create an atmosphere of shelter. The gentle glow of lamps and the soft shadows they cast across walls move slowly, almost imperceptibly. The body, feeling safe, releases tension from shoulders and hands, allowing muscles to soften into rest. The contrast between the cold outside and warmth within deepens the sense of comfort, guiding the nervous system toward calm. These simple indoor moments become anchors of peace, small spaces where the world feels kind and unhurried. As the hours pass, the winter night continues to hold the land in its quiet embrace. The science of the season unfolds softly in the movement of heat, the behavior of light, and the rhythms of rest within the body. Each gentle shift reinforces the same quiet message: slow down, breathe deeply, and allow stillness to be a place of comfort. In winter's long pause, rest feels natural, and the world drifts together into a shared, peaceful silence. The late hours of winter night feel especially quiet, as if the world has slipped into a deeper layer of calm. The cold air rests gently over the land, and the sky holds a dark, endless stillness. Snow glows faintly under distant moonlight, reflecting a soft shimmer that seems to slow the movement of time. In this calm, the world feels held in place by the quiet of the season, wrapped in a gentle pause that invites rest without asking for anything in return. The body continues its quiet conversation with the cold. As the air cools the skin, warmth is drawn inward, protecting the deeper organs with steady care. The heart maintains a slow, even rhythm, and breathing becomes smooth and unhurried. This gentle conservation of heat is not a struggle, but a calm adjustment, an ancient response shaped by countless winters. The body knows how to rest within the cold, how to remain steady and warm at its center while the world outside grows still. The long darkness of winter nights shapes the mind's rhythms as well. Without the constant pull of bright light, the brain eases its alertness, allowing attention to soften. Thoughts slow their pace, drifting more freely, no longer pressed by urgency. The mind becomes receptive to quiet awareness, resting in gentle observation rather than constant movement. This natural shift toward calm is part of winter's quiet design, guiding the inner world to match the stillness of the outer one. The hush of snow-covered ground absorbs sound, creating a soft silence that settles into the ears. Even distant noises seem far away, muted by the cold and the snow's gentle blanket. This softened soundscape offers relief from the constant stimulation of daily life, allowing the senses to rest. The ears, freed from sharp noise, become more sensitive to subtle sounds, the faint whisper of wind through branches, the soft settling of snow from a tree limb. These small sounds feel soothing, reminders that the world is still alive within its quiet. Across frozen fields, faint tracks mark the slow passage of nocturnal animals, each step deliberate and careful. The cold shapes their movements, guiding them to conserve energy and move with intention. The presence of these quiet travelers adds a gentle sense of life to the stillness, subtle reminders that winter is not empty, only quieter in its expression. The land holds these delicate marks with patience, preserving brief stories of movement within the wide calm of night. Above, the stars remain steady in the cold, their light traveling through the dense air with soft clarity. The night sky feels open and spacious, a calm expanse that invites the mind to drift outward. Looking up at these distant lights brings a sense of quiet connection to rhythms far beyond the pace of the earth. The vastness of the sky feels gentle in winter, its stillness echoing the calm held within the cold air below. Indoors, warmth pools in small, comforting spaces. The glow of soft light against walls creates gentle patterns that move slowly with subtle shifts of air. The body responds to this sheltered environment by releasing tension, allowing muscles to relax and breathing to deepen. The contrast between cold outside and warmth within strengthens the sense of safety, guiding the nervous system toward rest. In these quiet moments, the body finds permission to soften, to rest without urgency, to simply exist within warmth and stillness. As the night deepens, the land remains held in winter's calm embrace. The science of the season unfolds quietly in the way heat is preserved, in the way darkness shapes rest, and in the way sound softens within snow. Each gentle change carries the same quiet message of patience and care. Winter becomes a steady presence, guiding the body and mind toward a shared stillness, where rest feels natural and the world seems to breathe in one slow, peaceful rhythm. In the deepest stretch of winter night, the world feels wrapped in a soft layer of silence, as though time itself has slowed to a gentle drift. The sky stretches wide and dark above quiet land, and the cold air moves slowly, carrying a calm that settles into every open space. Snow rests lightly across fields and branches, reflecting faint light back into the night, creating a dim glow that softens the edges of the world. In this peaceful atmosphere, the mind naturally eases its grip, allowing awareness to float without effort. The body continues its quiet adjustments to the season. As temperatures fall, the skin senses the cold and signals warmth to gather deeper within. Blood flows gently toward the core, keeping vital organs warm while the outer layers cool. This steady movement of heat creates a sense of inner warmth, a calm presence at the center of the body. Breathing slows and deepens, warming each breath as it enters, releasing gentle warmth with each exhale. The rhythm of breath becomes a soft wave, moving steadily through the stillness of night. Winter's long nights shape the chemistry of rest within the brain. In darkness, the signals that encourage sleep rise gently, guiding the body toward deeper calm. The eyes grow heavy, the mind less inclined to chase restless thoughts. Awareness softens, drifting toward a quiet focus that feels both awake and dreamlike. This gentle shift between wakefulness and sleep is part of winter's natural design, offering a smooth transition into rest that unfolds slowly and without pressure. The cold air holds sound differently, allowing silence to stretch wide across the land. Snow absorbs echoes, and distant movements feel softened, as though wrapped in layers of quiet. This calm soundscape invites the nervous system to relax, free from sharp noise or sudden interruption. The ears rest within this gentle hush, sensing only the faintest whispers of wind through bare branches or the soft settling of snow. These subtle sounds blend into the stillness, becoming part of the night's quiet rhythm. Beneath frozen surfaces, water continues its slow, steady movement, insulated by layers of ice. The cold shapes the structure of ice crystals, forming delicate patterns that reflect light in soft, shimmering tones. These hidden forms, intricate and precise, exist quietly beneath the visible stillness of winter. The presence of such delicate structure within the cold reflects a deeper truth of the season, where order and beauty persist even in the most silent conditions. Indoors, warmth and shadow create a gentle shelter from the cold. Soft light pools across the floor and walls, shifting slowly with subtle changes in air. The body responds to this protected space by releasing tension, allowing shoulders to soften and the jaw to unclench. Muscles relax into the comfort of warmth, and the mind follows, settling into a state of quiet ease. The contrast between the cold outside and warmth within deepens the sense of comfort, guiding the body toward rest. As the night stretches on, winter holds the world in a calm embrace. The science of cold and darkness unfolds gently in the way heat gathers inward, in the way silence spreads across snow, and in the way the body drifts toward rest. Each small adjustment supports the same quiet rhythm, encouraging slowness and care. In this long pause of winter, the world feels unhurried, and the mind is invited to rest within the soft stillness of the night. The heart of winter night feels like a long, gentle breath held by the world. The sky rests in deep darkness, and the land below seems to sink into a quiet stillness. Cold air drifts slowly through the spaces between trees, carrying a calm that feels almost weightless. Snow rests softly on branches and ground, smoothing every sharp edge, turning the landscape into a wide, peaceful canvas. In this softened world, the mind naturally begins to loosen, drifting away from urgency and toward rest. The body continues to follow the quiet logic of the season. As cold touches the skin, warmth is guided inward, protecting the steady rhythm of the heart and lungs. The outer layers cool, while the center remains gently warm, creating a feeling of being held from within. Breathing becomes slower, more deliberate, warming the cool air before it reaches the lungs. Each breath feels smooth and even, guiding the nervous system into a calmer state, where effort fades and ease takes its place. The long darkness of winter reshapes the rhythm of awareness. Without bright light to stimulate the senses, the mind releases its sharp focus, allowing thoughts to soften and drift. The boundary between waking and dreaming becomes gentle and fluid, as if the mind is floating on the surface of a quiet lake. This in-between state carries a sense of comfort, where awareness remains present yet relaxed, free from the need to act or decide. Winter's darkness offers a natural invitation into this calm space of gentle attention. Sound moves quietly through the cold air, softened by snow and distance. The usual noise of the world seems far away, leaving behind a spacious silence. This quiet is not empty, but full of subtle presence. The faint creak of branches shifting in the cold, the distant whisper of wind across open ground, these small sounds blend into the calm, becoming part of the night's soft rhythm. The ears rest within this quiet field of sound, allowing the nervous system to settle into stillness. Beneath frozen ground, the earth holds its warmth slowly, insulated by layers of soil and snow. Roots rest in the quiet dark, conserving energy, waiting for light to return. This hidden life beneath the cold surface reflects the deeper rhythm of winter, where growth pauses, yet life continues in subtle, patient ways. The land is not empty, but resting, storing quiet strength beneath its frozen skin. Inside, the warmth of shelter feels gentle and steady. Soft light glows across familiar spaces, creating calm patterns of shadow and warmth. The body responds by releasing small tensions held in the muscles, allowing the weight of the day to settle into stillness. The contrast between the cold outside and the warmth within deepens the sense of comfort, creating a feeling of being protected from the wide night beyond the walls. In this sheltered calm, the mind follows the body into rest. As the winter night continues, the world remains held in a slow, steady pause. The science of the season unfolds quietly in the movement of heat, the softening of sound, and the gentle shift of awareness toward rest. Each subtle change guides the body and mind into harmony with the stillness around them. In winter's long breath of darkness, rest feels natural, and the world drifts together in a shared, peaceful calm. Winter night stretches quietly across the land, carrying a deep, steady calm. The sky feels vast and dark, holding the stars in gentle stillness. Cold air settles close to the ground, moving slowly, as though the night itself is breathing in long, unhurried rhythms. Snow rests across open fields and rooftops, reflecting faint light back into the darkness, softening the world into smooth shapes and quiet tones. In this peaceful setting, the mind naturally slows, drifting into a softer awareness. The body continues its calm adjustment to the cold. As skin meets the chill, warmth is guided inward, keeping the inner rhythm steady and protected. Blood moves gently toward the core, and the heartbeat remains slow and even. Breathing deepens, each inhale warming the cool air before it reaches the lungs, each exhale releasing gentle warmth back into the quiet night. This steady rhythm of breath becomes a subtle guide, leading the body away from tension and toward rest. The long darkness of winter supports a natural softening of attention. Without bright light to pull the senses outward, awareness turns inward, becoming more reflective and calm. Thoughts drift like slow clouds across a quiet sky, unhurried and gentle. The mind finds ease in this dimness, where there is no need to react or plan. Winter's extended nights create space for this inner stillness, allowing awareness to rest within a peaceful, open calm. Sound in winter moves with a soft restraint. Snow absorbs echoes, and cold air carries noise gently away, leaving behind a spacious quiet. Even distant sounds seem softened, as though wrapped in layers of calm. This quiet environment allows the nervous system to relax, free from sudden noise or sharp interruption. The ears rest in the hush of the season, sensing only the faintest movements of the night, the subtle whisper of wind through bare branches, the distant settling of snow. Across frozen surfaces, light reflects in soft, scattered patterns. Moonlight glides across snow and ice, creating gentle highlights that shimmer and fade with subtle changes in angle. These quiet reflections shape the winter landscape into a dreamlike scene, where the boundary between light and shadow feels smooth and calm. The eyes linger on these soft glows without strain, and the mind follows, settling into a slow, relaxed focus that feels almost meditative. Within sheltered spaces, warmth gathers in small, comforting pools. Soft light fills corners of rooms, creating a gentle contrast to the darkness outside. The body responds to this warmth by releasing tension, allowing muscles to loosen and posture to soften. The sense of being protected from the cold deepens the feeling of safety, encouraging the nervous system to rest. In these quiet indoor moments, the world feels kind and unhurried, as though time itself has slowed to a gentle rhythm. As the winter night continues its slow passage, the science of the season unfolds quietly in the way heat is preserved, in the way darkness guides rest, and in the way silence spreads across the land. Each subtle shift reinforces the same calm message of slowness and care. In this long pause of winter, the world rests within its own stillness, and the mind is gently invited to do the same. The winter night deepens into a calm that feels almost timeless. The sky holds its dark silence, and the land below rests as though wrapped in a soft, invisible blanket. Cold air moves gently across the surface of snow, smoothing the edges of sound and motion. The world feels spacious in this quiet, as if there is room for every thought to slow down and drift without effort. In this stillness, awareness begins to soften, no longer pulled in many directions, but resting gently within the moment. The body continues to follow the ancient rhythm of the cold. As the skin senses lower temperatures, warmth is drawn inward, creating a gentle sense of inner protection. The heart maintains a steady, unhurried beat, and the breath flows slowly, warming each cool inhale before releasing it softly back into the night. This quiet exchange between body and environment becomes a soothing rhythm, guiding the nervous system toward calm. The body feels held within its own warmth, even as the world outside remains cold and still. Winter's darkness shapes the mind's pace with subtle care. Without bright light to stimulate alertness, attention softens, and the edges of thought become less sharp. The mind drifts more freely, allowing moments of quiet awareness to expand. This gentle dimming of the senses encourages rest without effort, as if the mind is being carried slowly towards sleep by the steady rhythm of night. The transition between waking and rest feels smooth, like drifting across the surface of a quiet lake. The cold air carries sound in a muted way, allowing silence to spread across open spaces. Snow absorbs echoes, creating a calm soundscape where even distant movement feels softened. This gentle hush invites the senses to rest, reducing the constant background noise that often fills the day. The ears settle into this quiet, sensing only faint whispers of wind or the soft creak of branches in the cold. These subtle sounds blend into the stillness, becoming part of the night's slow rhythm. Across frozen landscapes, light reflects in soft, scattered glimmers. Moonlight rests on snow and ice, creating gentle highlights that shimmer faintly before fading back into darkness. These subtle reflections calm the eyes, offering a smooth, steady visual field that feels soothing rather than stimulating. The winter landscape under moonlight appears almost weightless, as though the world has been simplified into quiet shapes and gentle tones. The mind mirrors this simplicity, settling into a relaxed, open awareness. Inside warm shelters, the contrast with the cold outside deepens the feeling of comfort. Soft light pools in quiet rooms, creating a gentle glow that moves slowly with subtle shifts of air. The body responds by releasing small tensions held throughout the day, allowing muscles to soften and posture to relax. The warmth wraps around the senses, creating a feeling of safety that encourages the nervous system to settle. In this protected space, rest feels natural and unforced. As the winter night continues its slow passage, the science of the season unfolds in quiet ways. Heat gathers inward, sound softens across snow, and darkness guides the mind toward rest. Each gentle adjustment supports the same calm rhythm, inviting slowness and care. In winter's long stillness, the world seems to breathe in one slow, steady rhythm, and the mind is gently carried along with it, drifting deeper into peaceful rest. The quiet of winter night stretches wide across frozen fields and forests. Snow rests lightly on every surface, smoothing the sharp angles of the land into soft curves. The cold air moves slowly, carrying a gentle stillness that settles into the body as well as the mind. Every breath feels deliberate, filling the lungs with crisp clarity and releasing warmth into the cold night. In this peaceful rhythm, the world seems to slow, inviting the mind to drift gently along with it. The body responds to the chill with quiet care. Skin cools, and warmth shifts inward toward the heart and core, creating a gentle, protective cocoon. Breathing slows naturally, each inhale bringing warmth to the chest, each exhale releasing soft clouds into the night. Muscles release tension as the nervous system senses safety in the steady rhythm of cold and warmth. This natural response encourages calm, allowing the body to rest while remaining alert to subtle changes in the environment. Winter's long darkness alters the perception of time. Without the stimulation of bright light, the mind drifts more slowly, allowing thoughts to soften and pause. The extended night creates a sense of spaciousness, where awareness can float without urgency. This gentle shift helps the body prepare for rest, encouraging deeper sleep and slower cycles of thought. In these hours, the boundary between wakefulness and dreaming becomes fluid, inviting a peaceful, meditative state. The hush of snow-covered landscapes softens every sound. Echoes are absorbed, distant noises fade, and the world feels expanded with quiet. This gentle auditory environment allows the mind to rest, free from distraction. The faintest sounds, the soft settling of snow from branches, the distant sigh of wind through trees, become comforting signals of life within stillness. Winter teaches the body to notice subtle patterns without urgency, fostering calm awareness and inner peace. Frozen lakes and rivers reflect moonlight in pale, soft glimmers. Ice crystals scatter light gently, creating luminous surfaces that appear almost otherworldly. Beneath the ice, water continues to move slowly, sustaining life in quiet persistence. Fish drift calmly, conserving energy, their movements rare and deliberate. This hidden life beneath the frozen surface mirrors the rhythm of the season, where stillness and subtle motion coexist in harmony. Inside, warmth and light create a cozy sanctuary from the cold night. Soft lamps glow gently, casting slow-moving shadows that soothe the eyes. Blankets wrap the body in protective comfort, and the simple act of holding a warm drink becomes meditative. The contrast between indoor warmth and outdoor chill heightens the body's sense of safety, encouraging relaxation. Muscles loosen, breathing slows, and the mind drifts into the calm of stillness. As the hours pass, the night continues its slow, gentle progression. Winter's subtle science unfolds in the way heat is preserved, darkness guides the mind, and sound softens across the land. Each small shift encourages attention to slow, to breathe more deeply, and to rest fully. In the heart of winter's stillness, the world and the mind move together in a shared rhythm, drifting quietly toward rest and gentle renewal. The night deepens, stretching long across frozen fields and quiet forests. Snow lies softly on the ground and branches, absorbing sound and creating a gentle hush. The cold air drifts slowly, carrying a sense of calm that settles into every corner of the land. Breaths rise in soft clouds, fading quickly into the night, marking each moment with quiet presence. In this expansive stillness, the mind feels lighter, thoughts slowing and drifting freely like snowflakes falling without hurry. The body follows the natural rhythm of the season. As cold touches the skin, warmth moves inward toward the heart and core, creating a gentle sense of protection. Breathing deepens naturally, each inhale warming the air before it reaches the lungs, each exhale releasing soft clouds into the cold night. Muscles relax into the warmth retained within, and the nervous system responds by easing tension. The body becomes a quiet rhythm in itself, moving in harmony with the calm pace of winter. Winter's long nights encourage a softening of mental focus. Without the stimulation of bright light, the mind drifts toward inward awareness, thoughts slowing and stretching gently across time. The boundary between wakefulness and rest becomes smooth, like ice flowing silently under a frozen river. This natural dimming of attention allows the mind to settle, gently preparing for sleep and quiet reflection. Winter's darkness is a subtle guide, reminding the mind to rest without effort. The hush of the season softens sound across the landscape. Snow dampens echoes, and distant noises fade into muted whispers. Even the faintest sounds, branches settling, wind rustling lightly, distant wildlife moving cautiously, become noticeable, but not jarring. They are soft, gentle cues that life continues quietly in the stillness. The ears rest within this calm, learning to tune into subtle patterns without urgency, allowing the mind to drift along with the rhythm of night. Across frozen lakes and rivers, moonlight glimmers softly on the ice, scattering gentle reflections across the surface. Beneath the frozen crust, water continues its slow, steady flow, preserving life in quiet patience. Fish drift in slow, deliberate motion, conserving energy while maintaining balance in the icy depths. The hidden life beneath frozen surfaces mirrors the rhythm of winter above. Stillness and careful motion coexist in quiet harmony, guiding the observer toward a calm, reflective state. Indoors, warmth creates an intimate sanctuary. Soft lights glow, casting shadows that shift slowly with faint currents of air. Blankets wrap the body in gentle security, while the simple act of sipping a warm drink encourages slowness and mindfulness. The contrast between cold outdoors and warmth inside deepens the sense of comfort, letting the nervous system release tension fully. In this cozy space, the body and mind drift together toward quiet, natural rest. As the night unfolds, the world remains wrapped in winter's patient stillness. Heat gathers inward, sound softens, and darkness guides both mind and body toward calm. Each subtle shift reinforces a quiet rhythm, encouraging breath, attention, and awareness to slow. In the long embrace of winter, rest feels inevitable and easy as the mind and body move together in a shared, gentle rhythm, drifting softly toward renewal and peace. The late winter night stretches wide and still, holding the world in a soft, gentle pause. Snow blankets the fields and forests, smoothing rough edges into calm, quiet shapes. The cold air drifts slowly across the landscape, carrying a subtle clarity that touches skin and senses alike. Breaths rise in delicate clouds and fade quickly into the darkness, marking each moment with quiet presence. In this serene rhythm, the mind feels free to slow, to drift gently without resistance. The body responds naturally to the chill. Warmth retreats inward, surrounding the heart and vital organs with a protective glow. Skin cools while the core remains steady and calm. Breathing becomes deeper, slower, and more deliberate, each inhale warming the cold air before it reaches the lungs, each exhale returning soft warmth to the night. Muscles relax in response to this quiet flow, and the nervous system eases tension. In winter, the body learns to preserve, to move gently, and to rest fully in the cold. The long darkness of winter nights encourages mental softness. Without bright light to stimulate focus, thoughts drift more freely, and attention loosens its grip on urgency. The mind floats in a calm awareness, aware but relaxed, open yet undemanding. The boundary between waking and sleep becomes fluid, a slow glide rather than a sharp transition. In these hours, the mind drifts effortlessly toward rest, guided by the gentle rhythms of darkness and cold. The hush of snow and frozen air shapes the world's sounds into quiet, muted tones. Snow absorbs echoes, and distant noises are softened almost to disappearance. The faintest movements, branches settling, wind whispering across open fields, distant wildlife treading carefully, become subtle, soothing signals rather than distractions. This soft soundscape invites the nervous system to rest, allowing attention to settle gently and naturally. Across frozen rivers and lakes, ice scatters the pale light of the moon into soft glimmers that seem to float across the surface. Beneath the ice, water continues its slow, patient flow, preserving life in quiet steadiness. Fish drift slowly, conserving energy, moving with careful deliberation. The hidden world beneath the frozen surface mirrors the rhythms above, stillness combined with subtle, ongoing motion. Observing this balance encourages calm reflection, guiding the mind into a relaxed, meditative state. Inside, warmth becomes a soft, comforting cocoon. Gentle light spills across rooms, and shadows shift slowly with the slightest movement of air. Blankets and soft textures wrap the body in security, while the simple rhythm of sipping a warm drink slows each moment further. The contrast between cold outside and warmth inside deepens comfort, signaling to the nervous system that it can release tension. In these quiet, protected spaces, the mind and body drift effortlessly toward calm and rest. As the night continues, winter's quiet embrace remains steady and patient. The science of cold, darkness, and silence unfolds gently, heat preserved, sounds softened, awareness calmed. Each subtle shift encourages slower breathing, deeper attention, and a sense of presence that feels effortless. In the long, hushed hours of winter, the world and the mind move together in a shared rhythm, drifting gently toward peaceful rest and renewal. The winter night deepens into a slow, gentle quiet that seems to stretch across every field, forest, and frozen lake. Snow rests lightly on branches and rooftops, smoothing the land into soft, flowing shapes. The cold air drifts with a calm, steady rhythm, carrying a quiet that touches both body and mind. Each breath rises in soft clouds, fading quickly into the darkness, marking the passage of time in a gentle, almost imperceptible way. In this serene stillness, the mind naturally eases, letting thoughts drift without urgency. The body follows the natural guidance of the season. Cold air cools the skin, while warmth moves inward toward the heart and core, creating a sense of protection and steadiness. Breathing deepens and slows, each inhale warming the air before it reaches the lungs, each exhale returning gentle warmth into the night. Muscles release tension naturally, and the nervous system relaxes, encouraged by the slow rhythm of cold and warmth. Winter teaches the body to move with intention, conserving energy while inviting calm. The long darkness of winter reshapes mental focus. With reduced light, the mind softens its attention, allowing thoughts to stretch and float without pressure. Awareness drifts into a gentle calm, neither fully awake nor fully asleep, but in a quiet in-between space. This natural slowing helps the body prepare for rest and encourages the mind to settle into a peaceful state. Winter's extended nights guide consciousness into a smooth transition towards stillness and deep relaxation. Sound in winter is softened by snow and cold air, creating an expansive calm. Echoes are absorbed, distant noises fade, and the world feels spacious and quiet. Even faint movements, the settling of snow from branches, a distant animal's careful step, the whisper of wind through the trees, become soothing markers of life within stillness. This gentle soundscape invites the nervous system to rest, supporting a calm, focused awareness without strain or urgency. Frozen lakes and ice-covered rivers scatter pale moonlight across their surfaces, reflecting soft, shifting glimmers into the night. Beneath the ice, water continues to flow slowly, preserving life with quiet patience. Fish drift in careful, deliberate motion, conserving energy and moving with intention. The hidden life beneath frozen surfaces mirrors the rhythms above, a quiet harmony of stillness and gentle activity. Observing this balance encourages reflection, calm, and a sense of meditative peace. Indoors, warmth and soft light create intimate spaces of comfort. Shadows move slowly across walls, and blankets wrap the body in gentle security. The simple act of holding a warm drink or adjusting a soft fabric becomes a small ritual, slowing perception and promoting calm. The contrast between the cold outside and the warmth within deepens the sense of safety, allowing the nervous system to release tension fully. In these quiet moments, the mind drifts with the body toward rest. As the night progresses, winter's patient stillness continues to guide the world. Heat is preserved within the body, sound softens across the landscape, and darkness encourages awareness to relax. Each subtle change fosters slower breathing, gentler attention, and a calm presence. In the long, hushed hours of winter, the body and mind drift together in harmony, moving effortlessly toward rest, renewal, and quiet peace. The final hours of winter night feel like a soft, infinite pause. Snow blankets the landscape in smooth, silent layers, reflecting faint moonlight in delicate glimmers. The cold air drifts slowly across fields and forests, carrying a calm that settles into both body and mind. Breaths rise as soft clouds, fading gently into the darkness, marking each passing moment with a quiet presence. In this serene stillness, the world feels held in one slow, gentle rhythm. The body continues to follow the subtle guidance of the cold. As the skin senses lower temperatures, warmth gathers inward, creating a steady, protective core. Breathing slows naturally, each inhale bringing soft warmth to the lungs, each exhale releasing gentle heat into the night. Muscles relax further, and the nervous system eases fully into calm. Winter's quiet teaches the body patience, showing that rest is not a pause but a steady, ongoing rhythm. Darkness stretches long and deep, shaping the mind's pace. Without bright light to stimulate alertness, thoughts drift freely, stretching and softening. Awareness floats gently, neither fully awake nor fully asleep, but resting in the in-between. This smooth transition guides the mind toward deep relaxation, inviting dreams to enter slowly and naturally. Winter nights create the perfect space for consciousness to float and settle without effort. The hush of snow absorbs echoes and softens distant sounds. Wind moves in slow, delicate currents, trees creak faintly, and occasional wildlife leaves subtle marks in the landscape. These soft sounds are not distractions but gentle reminders that life persists quietly within stillness. The ears rest in this muted world, and the nervous system follows, finding calm in the small, subtle movements of the season. Frozen rivers and lakes scatter pale moonlight in gentle reflections. Beneath their icy surfaces, water moves slowly, carrying life with quiet patience. Fish glide in careful, deliberate motion, conserving energy while maintaining balance in the cold depths. The hidden rhythm of life beneath the ice mirrors the stillness above, a harmonious balance of quiet persistence and gentle motion. Observing this pattern encourages reflection and meditation, helping the mind drift into peace. Inside, warmth and soft light create a cocoon of gentle comfort. Shadows shift slowly with air currents, blankets wrap the body in protective ease, and a warm drink invites lingering, slow motions. The contrast with the cold outside heightens the sense of safety and calm, letting the nervous system release completely. These small, quiet moments become anchors for rest, where the mind and body drift together into serenity. As the winter night reaches its end, the world remains enveloped in soft stillness. Heat is preserved, sound is softened, darkness guides attention, and awareness drifts with ease. Every subtle rhythm, breath, warmth, sound, light, works together to carry body and mind gently toward rest. In these final hours, winter teaches the deepest lesson of all, that in quiet, slow rhythms, the world and the self find harmony, peace, and effortless renewal.